Alright, so it's been 20 minutes, or I just checked on the pizza, it's ready, but I'm just going to let it sit in the oven for a little while longer while I show you how to make our dessert using our second flatbread, Mexican tortilla. So what we're going to do here is we're going to put a spin on the French food crepes, and instead of using a crepe batter, we're going to use this tortilla. So first things first, we want to soften up our tortilla so it'll be easier to work with, be more pliable. So I'm just going to stick this in my toaster oven, toast it for around 2 minutes, and then I'll be back. Alright, so while our tortillas are in the toaster oven, softening up, we're going to go ahead and work on our filling. So the filling is basically going to be, so Elvis would like this, because it's going to be peanut butter, bananas, and chocolate. At least I think that's what Elvis likes, peanut butter, bananas, like that. So, we have our peanut butter here. We're going to get a third cup of that, but first, we're going to make our chocolate spread. I have 1/3 cup of chocolate hazelnut spread from the supermarket. You can use whichever brand you like. So I have this, 1/3 cup of this, right into our bowl. And to that, I'm going to add an ingredient which will basically freshen up the chocolate a little bit, make it a little lighter. That ingredient is going to be ricotta cheese. Another cheese, we use a lot of cheese for our pizza, but again, we're going to use this ricotta in our dessert. This cheese is actually really multi-purpose. You can use it as a filling for different pastas, but it's used a lot in desserts because it's kind of tangy, kind of sweet, but it's really creamy. So that's going to add a nice smooth texture to our chocolate while also giving it a little bit of freshness as well. So I'm going to add about 1/4 cup of this to our 1/3 cup of chocolate spread and stir it up. So it's going to get nice and smooth the longer you stir it. Here. And don't worry if it doesn't look prettiest, it's going to taste great. I mean, it's chocolate and cheese. You can't really go wrong with either of those, and you can't go wrong with them together, in my opinion. Alright, so since we have a little bit of time after the tortillas are almost ready here, I'm going to give this a try, our chocolate spread with our ricotta cheese. Tastes good. Nice chocolate flavor from the spread. Creamy from the ricotta. Really fresh also from that cheese. Alright, that's good. I'll go ahead and grab the tortillas out of the toaster oven. Alright, so here's our tortilla. Nice and soft now after toasting it. So we can really make it, it's nice and pliable now. So, go ahead and take this chocolate spread. Let's work in halves. So we'll spread it on 1/2 of the tortilla here. Like this. You don't have to leave any room on the edges. You can if you want to, but just get a nice heaping spoonfuls on here and spread it out. Again, this is a really easy dessert, just like our pizza was with our flatbread. Pizza gives you gives you a lot of options, and easy options as well. So you can make a dinner and a dessert with flatbreads. Alright, great. So we have our chocolate. Now our other half we'll fill with some peanut butter. Peanut butter lovers out there, this is a perfect dessert for you. I think everyone pretty much are chocolate lovers, so perfect dessert. Really easy. Great for weeknights if you want something sweet. We don't have any other special dessert. This is going to serve as a perfect trick. And you can make a bunch of them for your family also. All you need is 1 large tortilla, chocolate, peanut butter, some bananas, some ricotta cheese, and a few other ingredients I'm going to show you. Alright, great. So, peanut butter spread on there, as is our chocolate spread. Then I have some bananas. This is half a banana. I really thinly slice these bananas because I don't want to be eating and chewing on some really big slices of bananas, so I make sure I slice them really thinly. So just pick a side and lay them down on that side, or all around if you like bananas. Again, this is a really great dish to have a bunch of your friends help you with, or your family. Good. Now, even though we've already toasted this tortilla, that was just to get it nice and soft. Because what we're going to do now, we're going to do like a real crepe. We're going to get a grill pan, or a griddle, and put some butter down, and work with this some more. So for now, we'll go ahead and close it off. Alright, welcome to the stove. So I have the stove here on pretty low heat. I have my griddle here. I have about a tablespoon of butter here. Get that down. Spread it around a little bit here, so we get a nice even coating over our whole pan. Alright. And so we want to get our tortilla right on here. Get that nice butter flavor. You never go wrong with that. And it'll reheat our tortilla, which is starting to cool down a little bit as we're working on it. And it's the perfect way to finish this dish. So we'll lay that right down on there. Just leave it on the stove for around 3 minutes, like a minute and a half per side. Just give it a flip halfway through, and I'll show you how to do that once we get ready for that. Alright, it's been about a minute and a half, ready to flip. So you see our butter even lets us brown the tortilla a little bit. So not only do we have a nice flavor from the butter, but also a nice little bit of crunchy texture there too. So let this keep cooking for another minute and a half, and we'll be ready to take it off and then taste our pizza and our dessert. Alright, so we can grab our dessert crepe off the stove here. Put it off. So if you take a look at it, even the peanut butter and the chocolate oozing out of the middle, delicious. Nice crust on the outside, just a little bit by that butter. Gooey and yummy. So now, our pizza's been ready, so I'm gonna grab it out of the oven. Oh yes. So, our cheese has melted on top, nice and gooey. Spinach and tomato underneath there, our onions at the top, and our crust has gotten nice and crispy. That's our non-flatbread. So, I'll go ahead and go ahead and cut this to quarters. Gooey cheese as I'm pulling it apart. Yum. So let me go ahead and finish our dessert first. We'll come back for our pizza. Leave it right here. So, our crepe again is ready. Nice way to finish it off. A little bit of fresh strawberries and whipped cream. Everyone loves that. Just a little bit of whipped cream here. And a few pieces of sliced strawberry right on top. So have fun as you're plating this one. Of course, these strawberries give a nice freshness to our dessert to finish it off. Sweet, kind of tangy, but nice and fresh. So I'll grab a knife and fork so we can taste this. Alright, I'm now equipped with a knife and fork, ready to taste. So again, I got a beautiful dessert here. Super easy. We just had our tortilla, we had our peanut butter, we had our chocolate, we had our ricotta cheese. Finished it in the pan with a little bit of butter, and topped it with some whipped cream and strawberries. I don't know a better dessert. Get some of that whipped cream. Filling so gooey and delicious, of course. Whipped cream, nice and smooth. Nice garnish on top, and the strawberries. Nice freshness, sweet fruit flavor. It's yummy. Now, I guess I did dessert first. So, now for our pizza. Again, look at how golden brown our crust got from our naan bread. And our toppings right on top, our cheese nice and gooey. Can't wait to dig in. Flavor from the spinach, combined with the flavor from the onion, really hitting you with that great flavor. Fresh tomato, the cheeses are perfect in there. I want to go eat, so leave me alone. And check out these recipes on my blog, seasonwithswag.blogspot.com. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed this pizza party.